Grandpa, if you wouldn't mind switching.
You can't just turn it a little bit here.
Okay, yeah, I can.
Yeah, right there.
Okay. I want to get the mic closer. My computer ain't too high tech. Okay, this is basically from 18 months. Birth to 18 months.
Should I get out of the picture?
Oh, I don't care. It's no big deal. I just a couple questions and we'll be all done and all over with. Do you think your mother was happy to have you as a newborn, or were you unexpected? Was it too much for her?
Well, I really can't honestly answer that. I don't know. She seemed like she was a happy person, but she raised me as a single mom early.
So, you were given up for adoption?
No, no,
No?
no. She raised me until she remarried. I think when I was about in the fifth or sixth grade. But she raised me and my brother as a single mom.
By herself?
Yeah.
No, she went back on with her parents.
Well, with her
Well,
parents.
still, do you think that it was pretty difficult for her to kind of learn how to be a parent?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, and you know nowadays a lot of women are facing the same kind of issue.
Yeah, but it's different. I don't think the same issues are relevant today as it was back 60, 70 years ago.
Oh, absolutely.
So it was different because uh, you didn't have all the problems that they have nowadays of drugs and alcohol and all that. So it was definitely different.
Um, when you were a young child, between like 2 to 6, how do your parents? Do you think they were patient with you in potty training and learning in general?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Very patient. You set the house on fire twice.
Come on, edit that out. You
Well, now I know I'm a fireman. Do you feel your parents were too strict on you as a child? How did they react if you made a mistake?
No, I think it was probably even keel. I don't think there was any problems.
Okay.
Kind of just, I'd say, an average childhood there. Back in them days.
How do you feel about actual corporal punishment?
I think you need to, when they're young, is give them a little whipping once in a while if they deserved it.
Nothing wrong with that. From the ages of 6 to 12, how was elementary for you?
How was what?
Elementary school for you. How was elementary school?
I never did like school. I was there, done what I had to do. I always made passing grades, but as far as saying I enjoyed school, I didn't.
All right. See where some of my genes come from. Did you have any learning difficulty?
No,
From 12 to 18, how did you get along with your peers in high school?
it was average. I mean, you had best friends, and then I never was one to belong to groups or anything like that. I was always kind of individualist.
So even back in your time, there was still groups of people that
Oh
would
yeah,
hang out.
yeah, and I just never did hang with groups.
Was there any kind of issue with bullying or anything?
With what?
Bullying.
Bullying? Yeah, they had a lot of bullying in school back then.
So it isn't like a new concept.
No,
Was there
no, that was definitely that was around when you had bullies.
was
You had
there
to take up for yourself, which I did.
was there any kind of gangs or drugs?
No, uh, I don't remember drugs being relevant at all back when I was in high school.
Was there any concern about people bringing guns to school?
No, I don't think anybody even thought about doing that. No.
In high school, when you were younger, between like 12 to 18, when exactly did you decide what you were going to do with your life and what path you were going to follow?
Well, I didn't really have anything planned because except I knew I wasn't going to go to college, which was probably a mistake. But I wasn't. I just took every day as it came. You know, I didn't have anything planned out what I was going to do.
So, why do you feel not going to college was a mistake,
Well, you have more opportunities.
even back then?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Let me see here. What was your first career?
Uh,
What was the job you held the longest?
well, when I went to work for Texaco, I worked until I retired. But before that, I was working in the oil field, and I guess I was about 20, 21 when I went to work for Texaco, and worked there until I retired.
How do you feel about working for Texaco?
Well, it was fine. There was no real problems. I had a little issue with some of their uh, rules and regulations that was dealing with unions. I wasn't a big union person.
You you were married young, correct?
Yes,
How old were you when you married Grandma?
20, I guess,
20,
or 19.
19.
19.
19.
19.
How did you adjust to being married?
I don't know, it just kind of come on naturally, you know.
Naturally,
Yeah.
like your parents prepared you to what to expect and
Oh,
what your
they
duties
didn't.
are?
No, my parents didn't prepare me for anything.
Just kind of learned as you go?
Yeah, uh, just did what come naturally.
Today, y'all's marriage is super, super long to be married for 63 years.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you maintain that for so long?
Well, it's give and take. You have to be willing to give up a few things that you want to do, maybe, and same way with her. It's give and take.
What's your best advice for me personally to survive?
Well, I would say that first thing is living a good, clean Christian life. Uh, that should mean a whole lot to you, and that should come first, except your family. But to me, uh, I base everything on Christianity.
Do you feel that today we have them same morals and values that we've had?
I think that's a real problem, and I think it's going to get worse. I don't see any end to it getting any better at all. Liberalism has took over our society, and I'm strictly a conservative.
Okay. See here. How do you feel about yourself as a parent? What? How old were you when you became a parent?
I guess I was 20 or 21 long in there,
Do you
and
feel
I was happy to be a new parent. I really liked it, and I enjoyed my children and my grandchildren and my great grandchildren. I enjoy them all.
oh, but was there much to learn being a parent, or does it just
Well, yeah, there's a lot to learn, but you learn by your mistakes, and sometimes you may be too easy on your children, and other times you may be too hard. You gotta try and find a happy medium there and do what's right.
And sometimes they just drive you nuts.
Well, yeah, they do that.
Is there anything you would do different looking back with the kids? Something you would do different?
Well, I don't think so with my children. I think setting an example is very important. Uh, like I didn't have alcoholic drinks there, drink while my kids were at home. I did drink a little bit after that, but not excessively anything. But I didn't feel like I could tell my kids they couldn't do something if I was doing it.
Basically, looking back on your life throughout the time, how old are you?
62, 72,
What year were you born?
31.
You're not supposed to.
I'm 71, and I was born in 1931, August of 31.
I'm confused. Is it 72?
Yeah.
It is.
Subtract that.
Oh, I'm 81. Yeah, man. I tell you, old age, you get your mind kind of gets rattled a little bit.
That's okay. You've earned it. uh, okay. You meet the age requirement. Looking back on everything, work, marriage, kids, do you feel you've made a positive contribution to society, that you've helped society out?
I don't know about helping society out. I think I've done everything required as far as being a father and a grandfather and great grandfather. But as far as helping society as a whole, I don't think I've been very important.
Looking back on your vast life, is there anything you would have done majorly different?
If I had it to do over again, I probably would take my education a little more responsibly than I did.
And this is just for the both of y'all. What's the best piece of advice you can give the younger generation? We have so many weird issues that go on today.
That's true.
I can't even sit here. It take me days to name all the weird things that have just happened just when I've been 18 to now.
Yeah.
What's the best piece of advice y'all can give us?
I think living a good, clean Christian life is the best thing you can do for yourself and your family. And if you don't do that, you're just, you got to learn how to separate what's right and what's not right and make the right decisions.
All right, well, that concludes this. I appreciate y'all
Okay.
cooperating with the University of Texas at Tyler.
We're proud of you as a grandson.